Okay, today's project, I'm working on a John Deere. That's right, a John Deere. You heard it right. This is my grandfather's tractor, which he bought brand new. And it has the old points ignition in it. And those things are shot. So what we're going to do is take out the old points ignition and put in a new electronic ignition. And it's not really a big deal. We got to take off the blower housing here, take out the coil, put in a new coil. Probably gonna have to take out the gas tank since it conveniently blocks most of the whole engine here. Actually, we may end up having to take off this whole housing here because I don't even think we can get the blower housing here off because this is in the way. So, as usual, something that's simple is going to turn into a project, but I'm used to that. Alright, so we got the gas tank off and the nut on the flywheel, and I got the flywheel loose, so I should be able to take that thing off now. Let's see here, hold on. Okay, we've got our flywheel off, got our old key here, and we got our cover here where our points are under our stator. And what they give you with the new kit here is a piece that you're supposed to block off the points plunger with. So we're going to take off these screws, take off our old coil, and disconnect our points and put that point plunger plug in there. Now if you look here, we got our condenser, and over here we got our points, which I wonder why the tractor's crapped out. The points are covered with oil. You wonder why it doesn't run right. So, look, there's a whole puddle of oil in there, as if the whole seal on the top of the crankshaft is bad. And obviously we're not going to replace this seal, but that's definitely what our problem is. That whole seal is letting oil soak into the ignition here. So what we're going to do is we're going to unscrew these points. You'll see right here where the plunger is, right there. Oh, that plunger is shot too. I've read where you can rebush the plunger hole, but that plunger is totally shot. So what we're going to do is unscrew these points, take them out, and we're going to put that plug in there that they gave us with the new kit. And it could be that the oil is coming out of the plunger, or it could be that the oil is coming through the top here. But my thought is, if the oil was coming through the top of the crank, it'd be wet on this side also, but it's only wet over here. If you see this little part of the casting, the oil from this side can't get over there because, you know, if it's coming out of the point plunger, then it can't get over there. So that's what I think is wrong. I think the point plunger is pissing oil all over this thing, and the ignition will not work because it's wet, full of oil. And if they let the tractor sit for a while, it would start back up, but that's got to be the problem. Okay, so in order to take the points plunger out, I had to loosen up the stator so that it can be lifted up because it couldn't come out. Now this stator is very delicate. The plastic is so brittle it's about to snap off, so be very careful not to break it. And I got the points plunger out, and you'll see they give you this little insert here to put in that hole. Now that hole is very, very sloppy, so I'm highly confident that's the problem. So I'm going to put that plug in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get some paper towels and soak up that oil. There's a slight possibility there's a crack in the block or something, but I highly doubt it. It's probably the points plunger. Alright. Now this kit is really nice. It's a Briggs OEM ignition module. They give you this wire, which is for your kill, and on the bottom of the magneto there's a terminal that it clips on. And for those of you that don't work on Briggs often, I haven't worked on them for a long time, but I remember everything. The kill wire comes out here, and it goes down the side over here to this block here where the throttle cable is. So basically I got to take this nut off and put that new wire in. The other side of this goes to the key switch. So After that, I just have to put the flywheel on, gap the magneto. Now this kit gives you a new flywheel key, and they even give you this instruction card, which says right on it is 10/1000ths of an inch, which is the air gap for your magneto. So they really have it figured out, and only costs $32 for the kit, so you really can't go wrong. It's pretty amazing. See what happens. Now, got the flywheel in, new key. We got our wire all hooked up here to the kill switch. We got our paper in here for air gap. What we're going to do is just tighten up this magneto, or coil, whatever you want to call it. And after this, we should be ready to roll. It's got to put all this gas tank and crap back on. Tighten this up. Now you always want to pull out the paper, turn your engine over and make sure it doesn't hit that magneto before you try to start it, or you could blow the thing up. So, alright, we're good. So, I'm going to put the shroud back on and we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Okay, I tested for spark and we have plenty of spark. It must be flooded. I'll try it again.